Hey everyone, it's finally here. Here's 10 more minutes of useless League of Legends information. Right before we get into that, I want to show you guys something that's so freaking cool. Introducing the sponsor of today's video, Opera GX. Opera GX is the world's first browser for gamers. Opera GX has a bunch of really cool features, but one of the best is the GX control. It allows you to limit your computer's CPU and RAM that you're using. I play on a potato of a computer, so having this feature is literally a game changer for me. Plus, it gets rid of lags while I'm gaming and listening to music. I used to close every single tab on Chrome when I was streaming because my computer couldn't handle it. But this feature allows you to keep tabs open so you don't have to exit them. Look at this, look how much CPU and memory Chrome takes up. I've only got like 5 tabs open. Also, they even have a network limiter which limits the amount of bandwidth used by the Opera GX browser. Opera GX also has a bunch of social media integrations built into it, such as Twitch, Facebook Messenger, Instagram, Twitter, and Discord. It even gives you notifications when your favorite streamers that you follow go live. I love the Discord integration though, it's just so convenient. Also, Opera GX has their own server with 250,000 members. And they got 250k for a reason, because this thing is legit. So much is customizable too, like themes, colors, and even animations. Plus dark mode, guys. Dark mode! They even have a feature called GX Corner that stays up to date with free games, new releases, and searches for the best deals for you, all in one place. Opera GX even comes with an ad blocker, and it has that pop-out video thing. I don't know how I've survived without this. Also, did I mention it's free? Go download Opera GX and use the link in the description or comments, and use the hashtag InstallGX in the comments saying your favorite feature. I'll especially be on the lookout for those comments with the hashtag. It's seriously so cool. Alright, on to the video. Aurelion Sol's voice actor Neil Kaplan is also the voice behind Madara Uchiha from Naruto. Nar is an anagram for Rang in reference to boomerang. Boom-narang. Get it? Okay, next. Rammus's dance actually scales with his movement speed. On a similar note, Kindra's wolf does the same thing, except it just circles you faster and faster. And so does Yi's dance. He's a very speedy dancer. The Lord Mordekaiser skin originally had a spike on his belt, but is removed for, suggestive reasons. I'll let you figure that one out for yourselves. Damwon Gaming's Canyon was the first player to hit Challenger on Korean solo queue in Season 11 with a 76% win rate. To put that in perspective, the season just started on the 9th and he got Challenger on the 12th of January. However, there was a 17-year-old on the Brazilian server named Jean Mago who got Challenger even quicker in just 54 games with a 70% win rate. Eve was behind the murder of Vayne's parents. You can snowball right before you die and you'll still teleport with Sion's passive. Riot has a website that's solely dedicated to showing off their favorite fan art that they've received over the years. They said they've received over 200,000 pieces. Riot also has a link where you can check to see how much money you've spent on the game. This is my official warning that it can be kinda depressing when you look at it. Nevertheless, I'll put the link for the art and this in the description. Riot has generated more than $15 billion of revenue from League of Legends alone. This is over 70% of Riot's total net worth at $21 billion. The biggest salary in LCS history was made this last year for a player named Sword Art, a support main who signed a $6 million 2-year contract who is now playing on TSM. League has released a game mode in the past called Hexakill, which is a 6v6 match which gives the opportunity for people not to just get a pentakill, but a hexakill. However, before it was called a hexakill, it was actually called a legendary kill, which was only possible upon quick revival and the use of teleport. However, it has since been removed from the game. If you think Teemo is bad, there's a game mode Riot releases sometimes called Doombots. Towards the end, there's a really thick Teemo that throws a bunch of crap at you and just runs it down mid towards your nexus. If you're rooted by Zyra, it'll say rooted, literally. Apparently from my last video, a lot of you didn't know you can use /FF to surrender. So yeah, you can use /FF to surrender. On that note, you can alternatively type /forfeit, /concede, or /surrender. Roughly 37% of all League of Legends players are between the ages of 21 and 24 years old. If you play Teemo, you may experience unusual drops in frames because the champion coding is much more intense than others. So if you want the smoothest gameplay possible, you may want to avoid playing him. True story. I don't know who would ever do this, but you can type /joke, /taunt, and /dance to get your character to do these actions instead of hitting the buttons. Seems like more work to me, but we don't call them useless facts for nothing. Ivern has the highest win rate in the game right now at around 55.1%. Don't underestimate the friend of the forest. So I said Kaisa means peach in my last video, but it actually means apricot. Sorry about that. But it's still the influence behind Kaisa's favorite food being peaches. When you use Ivern's bushes under the enemy turret, an exclamation mark pops up indicating that you'll still get hit by the turret even if there's a bush there. The famous Lee Sin Insect combo is actually named after the ex-pro player called, well, Insect. He was the first player to really bring the combo to life. Rift Herald is a girl, which is why she's also nicknamed Shelly. Speaking of which, Rift Herald actually used to be a scuttle crab, but she started feeding off the Void's energy and the power of Baron, which resulted in her deforming into the Rift we know today. There's a hidden role in the game called River Shen that not many people know about. You can message your friends while you're in the game by typing /MSG and then their name into the chat. You can also use /W as a shortcut. Additionally, you can use /R to reply once they've sent you a message. Rift Herald will put off the assist me ping to both teams when spawning. An enemy Tom Kench's ult will drop a danger ping if they're close enough to, even if they're in the fog of war. Allies can still see messages and pings even if you have them muted. I know some of you out there are questioning some of the things you've said now. You've heard of /mute all, but did you know there's a /ignore all command which mutes taunts and dances along with the chat and pings? Control 6 by default will let you flex those good old mastery points. Kai'Sa is picked in 44.77% of all games, which makes her the most picked champion in the game right now. The next closest is Jhin at 37.4%. In other words, the odds of you seeing a Kai'Sa or Jhin in your game right now are pretty dang high. So we know there are 115 million monthly players in League of Legends, but did you know that's about 1.145 of the world's population? 1.45% of the entire world's population plays League of Legends regularly. Quinoa has the lowest win rate percentage at almost 45%, and yes, I did call her Quinoa. F in the chat for all my Quinoa mains out there. Ashe has a 58% win rate on ARAM. In 2011, it was said that an average of 10 League of Legends games began every second. Back then, there were 11.5 million monthly players, and now since there's 115 million players, that's about 10 times as many. This also means these days there's probably around 100 League of Legends games starting every second. That's insane. There's a player called Treasure Hunter on the EU server who already has over 1200 LP. Not too long ago, there was an item called ZZ Rot Portal which had an active that allowed you to set down a void gate which spawned voidlings periodically. However, in patch 9.23, the item was removed from the game and Trick2G was not too happy about it. Out of the 153 champions of the game, only one uses a sword and shield. Your girl Leona. Augmented Singed is a reference to Bane from Batman. Each League of Legends team that wins Worlds receives their own custom skin. The average salary of an LCS player is about 300,000 USD a year. Esports has come a long way. When Avengers Endgame was released, Riot temporarily banned someone for spoiling the ending of the movie in chat. Vel'Koz actually has 4 eyes, the big fat one in the center and also the 3 on top. AOC, also known as Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, plays League of Legends. About a year ago now, she posted that she made it to silver. There was an episode in The Simpsons where Bart got into the esports scene and started playing a game based on League of Legends. The producers of The Simpsons actually contacted Riot for help in order to make things seem as accurate as possible. The name of Corky's aircraft is called Reconnaissance Operations Frontline, which is ROFL when you take the first letter of each word, in reference to Rafflecopter. The game mode ARAM stands for All Random, All Middle. Vi means force or with force in Latin. The first League of Legends Worlds was held at DreamHack in Sweden with a prize pool of $100,000. Comparatively though, in 2020, the prize pool was $2,225,000. Hey there, really quick, a lot of you watching aren't actually subs, so if you enjoy the video, please consider liking and subbing. Also, don't be afraid to join my Discord. Thanks everyone. SKT is the most successful professional League of Legends team, having won 3 world championships. According to the lore, Nidalee was raised by a family of cougars. There used to be a neutral monster similar to Baron on Twisted Treeline called Vilema. Gentleman Cho'Gath is the first skin to have had a different voiceover.
Hey guys, it's me, Tenmo Player. I'm here to give you one fact about League of Legends and only one, because I cannot afford to give you another, okay? So here it is. When playing Teemo, one cannot normally throw a shroom onto Baron. It will just bounce away. But did you know that there's a small spot near Baron's fat ass where the shroom won't bounce? That's right, you can use this spot to boom the Baron and steal it. There you go. Do not ask me for more facts.
Well, that is an unexpected piece of information for sure. You know, I also recall this one time. I think something happened with a certain champion and there was this other guy too, and I can't remember. Rammus is a play on words for ram us, like ram into us. When Yasuo goes up against ninjas, he has special voice lines he uses to taunt them.
Ninjas. I hate those guys. Cute mask. Your mom sew that?
You can see an old item called the Aegis of Legion on the side of the shop. On Kennen Surgeon's splash art, it shows that Cho'Gath has eaten a minion, or at least something like it. Riot announced Urf as a new champion coming for an April Fool's joke, but since then it has become a running joke in the community. Maybe someday Urf will actually become a champion. Maybe. There was a champion that got cancelled called Avergerian the Astral Guardian, but this was later changed to the Smurf Abortion. Avergerian was supposed to be a mage with similar abilities to Victor's Laser. It took Riot nearly 20 spell variations before they decided on Nunu's E, which is now called a Snowball Barrage. If you combined all binary numbers Nunubot says when he dies, it comes out to the word noob.
01101110.
You can favorite champions and champion select by right-clicking on them. You can change the league cursor to the old one in the settings. Nunu is the name of the kid, and Willip is the name of the Yeti. A lot of you are probably like, well, obviously, but it's kind of like Tom and Jerry, because when I was younger, I thought Tom was the mouse, and just me? Okay, never mind. In 2019, you could purchase League of Legends-themed Coca-Cola in Turkey, and additionally acquire 1 Hextech chest and key per bottle. This was actually the cheapest way to get RP because each bottle cost around 30 cents in US currency. They even had special bottles featuring some champions such as Aurelia, Kayn, Zed, and gas will. In 2018, Riot partnered with a blood bank in the Netherlands to help promote the idea of donating blood. Anyone who donated blood for the first time was rewarded a Blood Moon Thresh skin. There used to be a League of Legends tower defense game app that was released in the first preseason. According to this survey, 87% of the people who play League of Legends are male-lit, 71% of which are apparently single. Before Aurelion Sol, Riot was originally going to release a champion called Aocean, which was a storm dragon who ruled the water and weather. The name was also a play on the word ocean. There's an estimated 250 million League of Legends accounts created, and it's almost guaranteed to be more. Also, over half of those accounts come from China. Aurelion Sol can't hide in bushes, so if you've ever tried to be sneaky playing him, just know you've probably looked a little dumb. The word Nami is actually Japanese and translates into the word wave in English. It also is a play on the word tsunami. The most popular set of summoner spells is Flash Ignite. The old Mordekaiser's abilities were all named after popular heavy metal songs. Nunu's original grungy skin was actually a reference to Sesame Street's Oscar the Grouch and Cookie Monster, though they did look a little creepy, not gonna lie. Draven's death animation is based off the anime Cowboy Bebop. Katarina's dance is a reference to Napoleon Dynamite. In the lore, Zoe pretty much nuked a town into dust using a meteor. In her defense, she was getting spears thrown at her, but dang. There's a player on the EU server called Get Controlled that has over 13 million mastery points on Heimerdinger, which is the most mastery points out of anyone in the world, on any champion. The region most likely to have an AFK is the Brazilian region, at 8.7% of their games. The region least likely to have an AFK in them is the Japanese region, at only 2.6%. However, 30.2% of all games in the Japanese region ends by surrender vote. 20% of players end up buying plated steel caps for boots, but the Sorcerer Shoes actually has the highest win rate as far as boots go, at 52%. Guardian Angel is the most popular endgame item, and also the best with a win rate of roughly 60%. Vaigo, the Ruined King, also known as the soon-to-be new champion, is expected to be released on January 21st, 2021. Anyways, that is 10 more minutes of useless League of Legends information. Really quick, if you're looking for a place to hang out and meet some really cool people, consider joining my Discord. There'll be a link in the description. Also, a huge shout out to TemmoPlayer for being in this video. If you're not already subscribed to him, go check him out because he makes some really funny League of Legends content. Lastly, a big thank you to COPYRIGTH for supporting this channel. If you're interested in getting it, I highly recommend it. Seriously, it's so cool. I left a link in the description and comments. Anyways, guys, that's all I got for you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!